Welcome to another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. So we have no Jamaica tours today. A little bit about the show. I've been a podcast host since 2017. I've had an agency since 2018. And I've had JAVIA with No Jamaica Tours at least 3 or 4 times. So super excited. So a little background story. I actually started the industry because of Mr. Anthony Bourdain with his culinary background and his travel. And now I'm interviewing different friends who are checking off their bucket lists. On the 24th of last year, I became the founder of National Bucket List Day, which happens here just in a few weeks. No Jamaica Tours, back in the house. How are you, my friend?
How you doing? Thanks for having me again, Cindy. It's been a minute. I'm
It
honored.
has. I'm going to go ahead and pop off for about 1 or 2 minutes. So if you can talk about your company, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the upcoming trips.
All right, cool.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about your company.
Okay. Some of you might know, some of you might not. Viewers from all over the world. Um, the company's name is No Jamaica Tours. It's a small local owned company by me and my mom. We're based in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. We service visitors anywhere on the island. Our main thing is serve transportation, service providing transportation, excursions and airport transfers, whether you're flying in on the island, cruising in, staying in a resort, villa, Airbnb, wherever you want to get around. You want a tour guide, that's us. So we're not just taxi drivers, transport providers, we are tour guides in the finest way. Yeah? Yeah, man.
Yes, one love, baby. For sure. For sure.
That's
Yeah,
how we
so we've
do it.
known each other, I think 7 or 8 years now, right?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
met through
Well,
a cruise group, and then here we are all these years later.
yeah, man.
So let's talk about the certifications that you have with that cruise group, and kind of do a shout out to the person who runs that.
Could you repeat that?
The cruise group that we met on, the past, present, future.
Oh, it's the CCPPF. Shout out to the entire CCPPF family. Shout out to Shally and the entire administrative group, and also the members of CCPPF. No Jamaica Tours. We're also a certified CCPPF travel member. So CCPF also have their own travel market, and we are a member. So you'll find us there promoting at times. And over the years we've had a lot of clientele, met a lot of people like Cindy herself via CCPPF. So CCPPF is a very dear to me as a group, and we're always here to connect and meet with other people worldwide. So shout out CCPPF.
So
Yeah,
let's go
man.
into a couple of the groups that we're doing. Well, I'm just going to go to my business page real quick. So
Mhm.
we have one coming up for Halloween, and Montego Bay is actually in the mix. So let's kind of talk about what we got going on for that.
Well,
So we
yeah.
are in Montego, the October 30th from 8 to 5. So what can you offer us?
Montego 38, 8 to 5 p.m. So yeah, you've mentioned it. We haven't really, concluded, an itinerary as yet. So we're yet to, I guess you're waiting on your crew and the group to come together and get some ideas, and then we could plan. But of course, we're ready to host you, ready to help you to plan a itinerary. And again, we are itinerary planners. So we take your idea and your interest, and we help you to put stuff together and make it work for you, Yeah,
And
man.
let's talk about some of the things, and definitely culinary. I want to tap into that. So let's start with some culinary tours first.
Yeah, man. Definitely food tours. We have quite a bit that we're promoting, bit that we've been doing. Um, we try to take people, as in depth as possible into our food culture, as like everywhere, even like in California. You go to California, you would definitely want to try some what burritos. Is you guys are famous for burritos and tacos? Is that it?
Oh, there's so much more, but yes, that's a good start for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like in Jamaica, we try to help people introduce people to our food culture and have them tap into some of what we as Jamaicans, indulge in for the most part. Like that picture you have right there. Like I just took a client this weekend. It's a Jamaican that lives overseas, and they just wanted to get back into that roots and culture of how they grew up as a kid. And there's this person that I found that does it exactly how they wanted it, and I took them there. And that bowl or those bowls that you're seeing has very much authentic Jamaican dishes. It's a Jamaica authentic dish with different, things. We got some plantain, some greens, callaloo, some ackee and saltfish, some fried, fritter and stuff like that. So, that, I made a post of that. I think just a brief post, but that's just highlighting, the food culture of Jamaica, which, I'm very much interested in. I'm also introducing home style cooking where we could take a client or clients to our home, to our base, no Jamaica tourist base, and literally get them into cooking their own meal and their own dishes, and cooking and having lunch while being on the island. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I actually just got back, as you know, from the Las Vegas Travel Advisors Forum, and they had a guy who actually taught 2 days of culinary vacations around the world. So definitely one of the things that I tap into. So what's the name of your website again? What's the full website?
It is knowjamaica.com, KNOW Jamaica.com. Once
Okay.
you go in Google or any search engine there is or there are, and type nojamaica.com, or you just type no Jamaica, or you could type Jamaica, or you could type Ocherias or excursions. It will pop up in some keywords, but the domain name is nojamaica.com, KNOW Jamaica.com.
Okay, let's do a recap because it's been a year since you've been on the show. So let's talk
Hmm.
about some of the new things you have coming up. And I believe, didn't we talk about a monkey tour or something last time?
What?
Did we talk about a monkey tour last time, or the rum tour?
Monkey?
It was a rum tour.
Rum tour. Let me try to
Yes.
recap.
Yeah, it's been a while since we on, so to see if we can
If
get some.
we spoke about a rum tour, it would be, we have a few distilleries, unless it's the distilleries that we had mentioned at that time. I really don't remember. But we do have distilleries here that we don't have those listed as tour packages on the website, because to be honest, the tour packages that are listed here are mainly within the Ocherius area and the Montego Bay area. There on the website, there are things to do or places to visit that has a list of all the different areas, but not necessarily packages that includes, like, the rum factory and the rum distillery and stuff like that. These are what, when people reach out to us with these interests, we customize, because we're also big on customizing and helping people to plan, itineraries based on their main interest. So, if we had spoken about a rum tour, yes, that is something that we can organize, but you wouldn't find that on our website per se.
And so, what are some of the things that you could do for our upcoming cruise? And also, we have another agent who's coming in early October. So what are some of your clients' favorite excursions that you provide for them?
Currently, the ATVs is very big right now. Quad bike riding, the Blue Hole,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Blue Hole is, like a river waterfall type of vibe. Um, the bamboo river rafting with the limestone massage. A lot of the ladies are into that. Horseback riding. I think, it's all a favorite. Everybody has their own favorite. But the main thing that people reach out to us to do is for us to help them to customize itineraries. So everybody has a preferred thing, but our main thing is the private customized tours. So we're big on selling the private customized tours, no matter what size group it is. We help you to custom because there might be a group of 20, and there everybody might have a different interest. So let's say 20 people and 10 wants to go river tube and 10 wants to go ATV quad bike riding, and then everybody wants to meet up at a beach or to have lunch. So we customize things to make it work for people, especially for people coming in on cruise ships. We got to be precise with planning and organizing. So organizing, come customizing and organizing is the key thing for us. Is the
So
main thing.
yeah, let's talk about some of the things in Montego. So you have a museum. Can you kind of talk about that museum a little bit?
Yes. So we have a museum, aka a civic center in Montego Bay. It's located in Sam Sharp Square. So we could go there. It's a small fee. I think it's maybe about $8 to $10 to get in and see some of the artifacts and learn some of the history of the time of the slavery in Jamaica, as Montego Bay was one of the largest slave plantations. So, in Montego Bay, there's that. There, you could also do get into quite a bit of water sports activities in Montego Bay. Nice beaches, neighboring communities, not immediately in Montego Bay, but neighboring communities. You could go bamboo rafting. You could go
Ooh,
horseback riding.
let's
You
talk
know,
about those two. Like, so how that sounds like a really amazing bucket list since I've never been to Jamaica.
what,
What do you think the ultimate bucket list would be for a trip coming up in October?
the ultimate bucket list for you guys, I would look at and again it depends on the age group, but if I was say focusing on just you, let's say I'm planning something for you, I would maybe get you into the bamboo rafting and maybe the river tubing.
How about the zip lining? Because I'm not a big swimmer. I mean, I surf, but yeah, the swimming, I'm not really the best at that. So what do you say about some other activities here?
So zip lining, you would be interested in the zip or the horseback riding.
Oh yeah,
um
is that on
you
the
could
beach?
You could combine like a zip and a horseback ride. Yes, the horseback ride you could ride in the ocean. That could be customized. That is a little bit out of Montego Bay, but not too far. Coming in from a cruise ship, we get you to the closest one, which is maybe about 40 minutes the most. From the port in Montego Bay, and give you horseback riding where
Okay,
you get into the ocean, some sightseeing, grab some food. You're on a cruise, so your timing is very limited. So you have to, set it to a organized timing where you get you minimal time to maximize the minimal time you have on the island.
okay, so probably the rafting and the culinary too for me, I guess. Do they still have the Marley tour there? Do you still do that?
They do have the Marley tour, but we really don't promote much of the Marley tour from a cruise in Montego Bay. It can be done, but we don't promote that, to be honest, because of the distance. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Unless you're a diehard fan of Bob Marley, like I said, it can be done. Not that it can't, but it can be done. But for us to do that, it's like just taking your money and you're just being rushed to do something, and we really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
There are people that say, "Hey, we just want to go there and back." All right, good, no problem. We make it happen. It's quite a bit of a rush to do the Bob Marley 9 mile from a cruise porting in Montego Bay. Not saying it cannot be done, not saying we have never done it, not saying we won't do it, but we don't promote it.
That's more for a land stay, like a land vacation, like a week at one of the hotels. Yeah. So you have
Yes.
more time and you can enjoy more stuff there.
Yeah, man. Or if you're porting in like Falmouth, which is closer to the 9 mile area, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
man. And with traffic also. So now you find a build up with traffic in the days. So, it's like kind of stressing coming from doing Montego Bay, doing that type of distance from Montego Bay is a bit stressing, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So we have about 10 minutes left on the show. So one thing I want to talk about next is safety, because I actually had a supplier on my podcast a couple of days ago, and we talked about safety in Cancun. So let's kind of
Mhm.
talk about Jamaica. So they walk into the airport. What are some of the tricks that people need to know about arriving to Jamaica? So they're safe. First of all, they want to go with a supplier who's certified, not just somebody that they don't know. So you want to go with
Well,
this.
Well, let's say, as you mentioned, airport. So, getting in the airport is a very low risk, a very low risk of getting into people that are not certified because of the measures that has been taken recently and the changes that have been made. So, anyone you come in contact with in the airport, as far as providing a service to you as a visitor, you can always feel free and comfortable to go ahead with them. Now, when you get off the resort, on the other hand, you want to make sure that the people you're connecting with are certified people by checking on their, their IDs. Where could I find mine right now? You check on your IDs because we get IDs that are distributed by the government, and it should be up to date 2025. So the IDs now should expire March 2025. You know what I mean? If one does not have an ID that says JTB, which is Jamaica Tourist Board, the name of your company, etc., you know what I mean? And if you're taking a taxi or driver, make sure the license plate are red plate license plate, unless these people are your friends, right? So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
red license plate means that these people are certified and licensed to be operating as a transport provider, and you want to make sure they can present an ID to you that has JTB written on it, Jamaica Tourist Board, and the date should be expiring on the 25th, the 31st of March 2025. And that's the most thing I could say right now as far as verification. And also, if you're selecting a tour operator, tour guide, a lot of people are listed on the internet, a lot of people are on social media, and most people that are on the social media, they're in it for a longevity. So you could always consider the people you see promoting their stuff on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, etc. Because with tourism in Jamaica, everybody that's coming in the service industry, they're trying their best. I am not gonna say, you don't have those people who are just hustling, but most of us are trying our best to stand on a standard and make sure that the tourism product on the brand Jamaica is represented well. You have people like me who has been here for quite some time, and you have those people who are just coming in who still has a lot to learn but trying their best. I'm the person who does not bash people. I try to build. It's one network, it's one Jamaica, and I try to build, I try to promote Jamaica as a brand. So, you could always, if you're watching out there, you could always consider, booking and connecting with a local operator, even if it's not myself. You know what I mean? Everybody, once they have the credentials, the licensing, etc., you could always give them a shot. You sometimes might get less than what you expected. You sometimes might get more than what you expected. But everybody's trying to build the brand Jamaica. So, once
Mhm.
people are being talked about and you see them on the internet, you could consider them.
And it's important building the relationship, because we've known each other for quite a few years. And
Mhm.
over at Buckless Coach Travel and Tours, No Jamaica Tours is the only company that we work with exclusively. So, and take it from me, this is a company that you want to work with. They really take really good care of their clients. I want to do a shout out to Diane G. Holland, and she's from the Jamaica Tourism Board. And just want
Mhm.
to do a quick shout out. Who would you like to shout out to today?
Um, a quick shout out to Marva Shaw, my mom, my boss.
Yeah.
My boss. I just shout out to the wider. There's just so many people. I really don't want to start with names. Like, just shout out to everyone out there that's on my Facebook platform that is actually watching, that will see this later. Shout out to y'all. All my clients that has been, they're with us. Return clients. Shout out to all the prospective clients. No Jamaica Tours is here for you. It's just one love, you know what I mean? And we're here, waiting to see y'all, host you all, come to Jamaica, man. Come Jamaica, come have fun, man. And come in, man. Come enjoy yourself. Book with no Jamaica tours. You see me? Yeah, man.
Definitely. Just like with me, I'm with the Aloha Spirit, and No Jamaica Tours is with One Love Spirit. So it's so
Yeah,
important
man.
to connect with us and get to know us, and we are very connected, and it's all about building those relationships. So, is there anything you'd like to add to the show before we close out today? Like
Hey,
anything that you could think of for October, or some other stuff that we can do?
um, I mean, we could go to Negril though. You know what I mean? You could do a Negril trip. Like, I don't think you've ever been to Negril.
Never been
Negril
anywhere
is like an hour away from Montego Bay. We could shoot
there.
over there and enjoy Rick's Cafe, the cliff diving, 7 Mile
Ooh,
Beach, spend some time on
yes.
the 7 Mile Beach, have a few drinks, maybe get on a boat, glass bottom boat, go over to the Booby Cay Island, get some seafood. You know what I mean? Spend a good 4 or 5 hours in Negril and head back to Montego Bay. That's something that could be done because you have at least 8 hours. So not five, but maybe a 4 hour in Montego Bay and in Negril.
So
That's not
get
that's
back
that's
by
an
around 4, 3:30. So,
yeah.
what are your staples there? So you have the Jamaican shrimp. What else do you have that we need to try there?
So you need to try some codfish, maybe salt ackee and
Mm,
saltfish, which is our national dish. Some escovitch fish, which is the fish is fried dry, and there's a vinaigrette sauce that's poured over it with some allspice and some onions and bell peppers and carrots and all of that blanched in some vinegar. I speak because I cook. You know what I mean? So the in-house cooking thing is I'm a personal cook there, or chef somewhat. I'm not a certified chef, but yeah. Um, yeah, Negril is one thing for sure, or you could stick around in Montego Bay, do a highlight of Montego Bay. It depends on, how much traveling one wants to do. And again, when we get to planning, I make sure whatever we're doing takes us back to the ship on time. Oh, another thing, that's a key thing. We take people back to the ship on time. We never have any peer runners. We don't do peer runners, and the ship never leaves any of our clients.
yeah. Wow.
Period. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
You got to
Def-
try some coconut. You got to try some sugar cane. You got to try these things while here.
So, do you have any like signature candy there in Jamaica, or
Yes.
cookies?
Um, the tamarind balls is like we get the tamarind, the natural tamarind, and they wrap it up with sugar, brown sugar. Tamarind ball is not is popular here. Almond coconut drop, which we get the shredded coconuts and we boil the sugar, drop it in, and let it harden as a candy. There's quite a bit, but we're not big on making like the candies like it's made in the US with a lot of, chemicals and stuff. We just get the natural things and use some brown sugar for the most part or some honey and make our own thing. So a lot is here to try when one is here, if one has interest in the food culture of Jamaica.
And I think I'm going to go a little bit longer. But Nicole, she
No
says
problem.
hello. Nicole Gardner.
Hey, Nicole. Oh, Nicole tapped in. So I just met Nicole a few months ago. I met her personally. She actually booked a tour with us, a group that they were scheduled to Port in Ocho Rios, and they ended up in Falmouth. And I ended up hosting a group of maybe about 60, to be honest, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, more than 60 to be honest. And
Yeah.
Nicole actually like initiated the whole thing. So shout out to Nicole Gardner, and she just turned a travel agent also. So you guys could hook up for sure.
Oh, definitely. And I like collaborating with other travel agents. As a matter of fact, one
Mhm,
thing I want to talk about today is National Bucket List Day. So I'm the founder
mhm,
of National Bucket List Day on April 24th, and it's about collaborating. So, and that's something I want to talk about here in the next couple of years. Is I want to do a huge trip, maybe 100 or 200 people that's traveling
mhm.
from all around the world. So
Okay.
it's not
I
about
hope I
my
could be in
business;
that.
it's about creating those memories. Those priceless memories. Because we're here today, gone tomorrow. We have that
Hmm.
gap. We have the day that we're born and the day that we pass away. It's important to
Yes.
live that in between time. So, how do you live your dash? Having your business is living your dash, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Could
any
you?
other? Oh, we got Leroy Carlton. Have you seen the podcast I did with him a few weeks ago?
No.
Yeah,
No, I
so
did not.
we actually talk about some really great things, and I'm going to get him to interview you as well. So big shout out to Leroy Carlton.
Mhm.
And anything else that we need to cover? Is there any food that you missed, or how about waterfalls?
Well, there are quite a few waterfalls in Jamaica, to be honest. There's just so much to do. It's hard to cover everything in one interview. But you know, as you mentioned, waterfalls. If you're a waterfall chaser, there's so much. There's waterfall in Ocho Rios. There's waterfall in Saint Elizabeth. There's some waterfalls that you can't visit and see being on a cruise. So you know, one needs to fly in and stay for a few times or fly in a few times and make some plans because some are far apart from each other. But we have very beautiful waterfall. One of my most beautiful or most, I anticipate it most, even as a Jamaican, going there is always like a new experience for me. It's the YS Falls, and this is on the south side of the island. It's called the YS Falls. You should look into
Wow.
that. And
Okay.
that looking into that and seeing the videos and pictures that might encourage you to fly in and stay in the island sometimes. You know what I mean? Of course, Duns River Falls, which is just about 15 minutes away from home. There's the Blue Hole, which is maybe like 5 minutes away from home, where home is at. So, waterfalls, Reach Falls, there's just so much waterfalls to see, so much to do when in Jamaica. You know what I mean? So the cruise, people that comes in, I mean, we get equal amount of visitors via cruise as we get into the resorts. But the people in the resorts has the option to see more and do more if they have the interest. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
exactly. Leroy, do you have any questions that you like to ask Javia before we pop off? And I'll connect you guys here in a little bit. In about 20 or minutes or so, I'll connect you too, so you guys can
Mm-hmm.
friend each other and all that stuff. And yeah, I just want to do a shout out to you and your mom. I'm just so grateful to have you
Yeah,
in my life,
man.
and for me to try Jamaica for the first time here in October. And if anybody wants to join us, or even if you're a travel agent from another agency, we're welcome to just collaborate together and have fun. And yeah, so we're going to do it on Carnival, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. And Montego Bay is one of our stops. So just reach out to me if you'd like to collaborate. You could get your clients on this trip, and it's just a way for everyone to get together in one central location and create those memories. It's never about competition; it's about memories.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to actually meet you in person and to host you and show you my country. I'll be very much honored, to be honest.
Thank you. We have a question from Leroy.
Yeah, man.
Do you see his question?
Are there any intimate spots in JA? What's intimate though? Let me get that right.
Just reword the question, Leroy.
Intimate spots in JA. Intimate. My
Oh,
my
maybe
my
intimate,
my dictionary. Intimate.
or maybe intimate, like for couples. Actually, this month is Couples Appreciation Month too. So just to let you know, for your clients, maybe you
Oh
could do something romantic or something like that for them, like a dinner for
yeah,
two or something like that.
yeah, man. There's quite a few intimate spots, especially Negril, as I mentioned earlier, Leroy. Yeah, man. Negril is a good spot. You go, you watch the sunset. You could go kayaking in the sunset. We could go on the Booby Cay Island. There are a lot of little coves and caves and stuff like that along the ocean. Um, some of the waterfall areas has like little, secluded areas where you could just hang out, propose to someone. Yeah, man, we got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, man.
All right, Leroy. The next question I'm going to ask him: is there any naked area beaches
In Negril.
in the grill? Okay.
There's one in Negril. You have to be staying at the Hedonism Resort, and there's one in Ocho Rios where you stay at the San Susi Resort. So there are two resorts on the island that has nude beach options.
So, Leroy, if Nikki is watching, make sure you share this broadcast to let her know that there is a naked beach there. Is there any other like hidden gems that we haven't talked about that you can maybe mention? And we'll get you on here in a couple weeks when I get back from Cancun, once we have my team on, but kind of tell us some other stuff.
Everything is there. Yeah, man. Everything is here, man. Yeah. The east side of the island, like going into St. Thomas and stuff like that, where we have like some mineral bath with hot water coming up from under the earth. You could get like, hot bath massages and stuff like that. There's some very much not heavily visited waterfall, very beautiful, called Reach Falls. These are little areas that are not, overrun, but very much beautiful spots in Jamaica. Lovers Leap, you go on the south side. They're very much, you find a lot of nice places that are not, overrun because of, I guess, because of the distance and where they are. So, people don't heavily visit these places, but these are very nice, gems that, the Pelican Bar, the Pelican Bar, people go there where you get on a boat and you go out to a sandbar.
Okay, and do they have like an all-inclusive beach party areas, kind of like how they have in parts of Mexico, where you get off the ship and you just go to a beach for the day?
Yes, but the beach that are open and local like that are not all inclusive, but they have nice beaches where you have restaurants and bars. They do not do all inclusive. You go and you order and you pay as you go. People that want like an all inclusive beach, they book that with a hotel because there are hotels that sells day passes, and we also arrange these things too. You know what I mean? So if let's say there's a group of you that don't want to do an excursion, somewhat you just want to go in a hotel, do a all inclusive, that is offered. But the beaches that are offered here, it's not like all inclusive. You pay to get in, and when you get there, you pay to, pay at the restaurant, pay it you go and stuff, pay as you go and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. And I know the Rio Palace is opening a brand new resort. I think it's May or June. I actually got a walkthrough of it about a month ago. It's a beautiful resort. So, and one thing I want to mention to everybody, if you are doing a resort, please do your reviews first and just see what other people are talking about. You can go to TripAdvisor, which you can learn about No Jamaica Tours also. So it's
Yeah.
just important to do research on your suppliers because there's a lot of really good reputable suppliers and hotels out there. Super crucial. And then
Yeah.
ask your friends what the best resort there is, and then you do your research and you go from there.
Yeah, man. And we at No Jamaica Tours, can suggest also, people that needs. We're here also just to give information. If someone needs the information, you don't want to book a tour with us, feel free. You can reach out to us and ask us any questions. We're like agents. We're like free agents. We're here to help people, to get the best of Jamaica. Even if you're not spending any money with us, doing any business with us, we're here to render, information. Yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna go to your website one more time, and then we're gonna close out.
All right. It is nojamaica.com. There you go.
There we go. And your social media platforms, and then we'll put you in the green room.
Okay. Social media platforms will be TikTok, No Jamaica Tours with a Z. Instagram, No Jamaica Tours with an S. Facebook, No Jamaica Tours. LinkedIn, No Jamaica Tours. And it's all one word. Yeah, man. Vieda, No Jamaica Tours. Website, nojamaica.com. Yeah, once you go in Google, in fact, it's easy again. I've said this, over and over. Once you go in Google or any search engines and type "No Jamaica Tours," we're there. There's one person or individual who signed up a bootleg No Jamaica Tours, trying to divert, traffic from us. It worked for a while, but I found them out, and so people, we report them. They never delete them off. They're still in the search engines and stuff like that. But they're the No Jamaica Tours that has the lowest, reviews and stuff like that. We have thousands. They have maybe like 50 or something, and so they're no good.
I might be able to help you with that because I have one of my referral partners actually has a relationship with Google, and he teaches how
Mhm.
to grow your business on Google. So I'll talk to
Okay.
him this week to see what are the steps that they can do. Because that
Yes.
happened with another friend of mine, client that I was helping with marketing, and yeah, we were able to remove that page.
Yeah,
So
man. And
yeah,
they're still
we're
there
really
listed.
to make a tour, baby. You know that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I can't get a hold of anyone because we are legit. we're licensed, so they're at breach, but we can't get a hold to no one. You know what I mean? It's just there. So, yeah.
Now we got a couple more comments here.
Jamaica Tours best tour family.
Yeah.
Respect Nicole Gardner. Respect One Love every time, man. You know how it is. We look forward to hosting some of your clients also. Nice
Thank you.
meeting you also, Carlton. One love every time. Respect. I hope we keep in touch, man.
Definitely. Okay, I'm going to put you in the green room and just hang tight for a few minutes and I'll meet you back in there.
One love.
One love, baby.
Yeah.
One more look. There you go. JAVIA. Oh, really quickly. Yeah, go ahead and shout out to your personal page also so Leroy can connect with you.
Okay, so JAVIA Shaw is my personal page, JAVIASHAW, JAVIA Shaw. You can reach out to me there, Leroy. The business page again, Facebook is No Jamaica Tours, one word. You can reach out to me in any form, anywhere there. I got you. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm ready to connect. I'm ready to network. We're a small company. It's owned by myself and my mom. We're I wouldn't say struggling, but we're struggling. We need network. We need business, but we have been doing good so far as helping ourselves, but there's a lot more room to grow. So we just need people like you all to connect and tell people about us and feel comfortable enough to work along with us because we are legit, we're licensed, we're ready to work. Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so see if we have any more comments here. Well, thank you, Nicole and Leroy, and also those who are watching the rebroadcast here later on today. And remember to always think of other people, make time to pay it forward, and definitely think of a local business that you can pay it forward to. And when in Jamaica, definitely think of No Jamaica Tours. Ciao, baby.